Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, this is one of the great Gnostic Gospels that was thrown away, when you see your likeness, you rejoice. But when you see your images which come into existence before you, which neither die nor are made manifest, how much will you bear? Now it's very flowery language, a different language, but can you see now what is being said here? When you see your likeness, you rejoice. Meaning when you're in the persona, and you're in the world of, oh, I play the fashion game and everybody then gives me acknowledgement and I give acknowledgement, you rejoice. But when you see the primordial images which come into existence before you, but these which are neither die or are made manifest, meaning the unconscious mind, how much then will you bear? It's an old story. And the teacher, remember the threat, you know what the teacher does? He goes, project on me. I'm your teacher. Come on, dump it on me. And we do. And the teacher's job is to take all of that. As Carlos Castaneda and other writers have shown. The teacher is he's the guy we're going to bury in the sand, as we've done so many times before. The shadow is very powerful. It is a moral problem. It destroys relationships, and it destroys the teacher relationships with the one who's receiving the teaching. Yeah, looking at who we are, it's all it's about. The only solution is to look at who we are. As Alexander Pope said, know then thyself, presume not God to scan, the proper study of man is man. William Blake said, thine own humanity learn to adore. But Carl Jung put it this way, he said, look, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to stop from facing their souls. Everyone outside recently? Ever turned on the TV recently? He's exactly right. People will do anything, no matter how absurd. And all that carnival that you see out there and all the distractions and nonsense that this world is wall to wall full of, that's what he's talking about. I must live in the Bahamas. I must live in a one-season world. I don't want to be looking at any of that stuff. Well then okay. But then you've just condemned the world to horrors. You're just making a person in your life, your partner or your children, the victims, the slaves to your inability to face yourself. You're now having a person fill your void and your emptiness because you're not a whole person. And now you've enslaved that wife or that husband or that child or that animal or your workmates to your own form of tyranny. Yeah, you can't call the police on it and you'll never get the court over it to prove that it's there, but it's there. And basically repression doesn't work. There's a thing known as the return of the repressed. You can only dump so much of it before the stench starts to, come back. And as Carl Jung said in a well-known statement, he said, when an inner situation is not made conscious, it appears outside of you as fate. Ha ha ha. Because there's a strange contract between the unconscious energy of our minds and the world, the energy that built the world. They conspire together, they're built out of the same stuff. So behind the back of the ego, the unconscious mind, the shadow, conspires with life.